Hey guys, so we're back for a quick pop in right quick. We do have some breaking news that we got to get to you guys. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's go ahead and jump on in so you guys can see what's going on. Hope you guys are having a happy hump day. All right, moving along. So Derrick Groves, you guys, the Louisiana inmate who escaped with 10 other inmates, he is captured. They found him in Atlanta. So let's go ahead and get into it. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use, again, fair use and entertainment. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Says that Derrick Groves, one of the last of the 10 inmates who escaped from New Orleans jail, arrested in Atlanta after being on the run for months. He was gone for this motherfucker was gone almost till November. He was gone till November, damn near. We are in October. He damn near gone to November. He almost made it to the end of the year. But somebody spotted his ass down there in Atlanta. So it says that the New Orleans inmate still on the run after jailbreak at the New Orleans Parish Jail in May has finally been caught. Wow. So it says, according to Brian Fair with the U.S. Marshals, Derrick Groves was apprehended following a standoff at a home in Southwest Atlanta. Said he was located near the corner of Campbellton Road and Honeysuckle Lane in the damn hood. Campbellton is the hood. It said that if you remember that Groves broke out of the New Orleans jail on May 16th alongside 9 others, and while the rest have been caught, that Groves has managed to stay on the run for nearly 5 months until now. So they got his ass. Let's go ahead and look at it. I don't know. I feel like I was kind of, cheering him on a little bit. I was like, okay, they ain't catching this nigga. They ain't gonna catch him. But hey, so they caught all of these guys here. This is Derrick Groves here. Y'all remember that's the last one that they caught. Okay, this one here, Antoine Macy, because he was trying to get in contact with Lil Wayne and everybody else. And police, the marshals like, nigga, come on here. You ain't about to know. You're not about to be getting in touch with no Lil Wayne. All right, so they got all these guys, all 10 of them that broke up out of there, and now they just caught Derrick Groves. Okay. All right, so this is them breaking up out of the jail, running like they found some newfound freedom, child, like they was trying to hurry up, get to the damn Underground Railroad or somewhere. But yes, they got away for a little while. But Derrick Groves, child, I guess we give you the damn trophy / medal for being out the longest, because I didn't think they were going to ever catch him. But the fact that he only went as far as Atlanta, I mean, damn, that's further than the rest of them went, because they were still in New Orleans when they caught them. Antoine Macy was right there in New Orleans in somebody's apartment when they caught him. But at least Derrick Groves got the hell up out of Louisiana and went to Atlanta. So I'll give him that much, okay? But let's get the video where they captured him in the back of the police car, because I do have that, so you guys can see. Child, he stayed out for a little minute. I said, boy, you almost made the Thanksgiving. You almost had some turkey and dressing, bitch. Now you're right back to ham, no burger, bologna, no damn cheese, peanut butter, and no motherfucking jelly. All right, so footage of Derrick Groves being taken into custody, child. It said the thought that Ninja was away in Cuba or something. Me too. I said, I just know he is over there doing the cha-cha with a damn burrito, with a damn margarita in his hand. Okay, not so fast though. Let's cha. That's him.
We even had the district mugshot that we've been using of Derrick Groves, and it could be possibly. Yes. You're still waiting on.
He's like, he been eating good. He a little chunky in the face a little bit. I been eating some greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Enforcement officials to confirm that, of course, is in fact him. Of course, 5 months ago when this all happened, you even had the district mugshot that we've had.
Well, so sorry for you, Mr. Groves. I was pushing for you, all right? I was hoping that you get away, but I don't know. Them bad boys and caught up to your ass. But thank you. Moving on. Let's get into some Judge Mathis and his wife, Linda Mathis, sits down with Tamron Hall for a nice little interview, and they discuss their almost divorce. Y'all know that Linda Mathis filed for divorce on Judge Mathis because he was out here doing way too much. Okay, he was not putting her first. All right, like old boy said. Jaheim said you got to put your woman first. He was putting Linda last, and Linda said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, since we ain't got no prenup, let me go on down here and put this divorce first and see how quick your ass put me first in. So he's doing everything he's supposed to do now that divorce, that she done took that divorce off the table. He's like up on her. Every time you see pictures of him out, she's right there with him. So I don't know what the hell she said to him, But Judge Mathis is doing what he needs to do. So let's get into it. Shout out to Tamara Hall and shout out to Linda and Greg Mathis. All right, let's get into it, honey.
Well, of course, they were devastating and felt like I did when I lost my mother. That's the feeling I had. And I'd do anything to get my mother back. So I did anything to get my wife back.
Linda, you were backstage when I asked Greg, what did you have in common with his mom? He said, y'all are very different. And I said, well, there are strong women in different ways. I called him originally to talk with him, and he said, got to wait on this one to say it was okay. Why did you find this to be the right time for you?
Well,
to talk about this.
As you mentioned, it's been a year now. And in that year, we did a lot of work. We learned each other again. We had enjoyed our time doing that each and every day. And it's just been progressively just great. I mean, every day it's been just wonderful.
What is that song? Woman to Woman. That's there's an old song my mom used to listen to. Betty, this is Shirley's Betty. Woman to Woman. Right. Person to person. I think that stepping away from your marriage and stepping away from your family is not an easy decision for anyone, or to take a break, whatever you define it as. How do you, as a woman, explain that feeling of needing that moment to process who you are at that time?
Well, I have always, like you said, I supported him always. And at that time, I felt I needed to just take care of me.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt I was doing at that time.
Now, let me take it back to where he was talking, because you could tell that hit different for him. You could tell he really meant that shit. Like, he almost started crying. I think he really thought about, because he and Linda have been together since like college or something. But he started taking her for granted, and he almost lost this woman, because she seriously filed for divorce on his ass, and it was almost the end. You could tell where his voice started cracking up that he really thought about that, and he really started doing all the things that she told him he was not doing in order to get her and keep her. So I'm happy that they were able to save their marriage, because listen, baby, if you got a real one, if you got one, a day one that's holding you down, bitch, you better stay in there. You better stay there, because there ain't shit out there in them streets from what I hear, and I don't really care. I mean, I got my one, and I ain't about to fuck that up. But let's go ahead and get into what Judge Mathis had to say one more time, and let's look at his emotion, because you can really tell it was genuine.
Of course, they were devastating and felt like I did when I lost my mother. That's the feeling I had. And I'd do anything to get my mother back. So I did anything to get my wife back.
Linda,
I love that. Okay. You ain't got to show me no more, child. You ain't about to have me here crying on my damn video. No, you won't. All right, so let's get into Miss Iyanla Van Zandt. This is our last topic. Shout out to Tamara Hall, okay? Shout out to her. Let's go ahead and get into this last topic. As I told you guys, it's a quick pop in. Y'all know pop-ins be child exactly that, a pop in. All right, so let's get into Iyanla, because she talks about that she is open to being in a polygamist relationship, okay? I said, not Miss Iyanla, Miss Fiction. Now, who need to fix your damn life? It's giving somebody to fix your damn life. So she's sitting down doing an interview with the Breakfast Club. I ran across this today. I said, I know you effing lying. Not Iyanla, who is out here fixing other people's lives, is happy to be in a polygamous relationship. And she says one of her ex-husbands used to be into polygamy, and she don't mind it. I was lying in here. Girl, let's get into this, honey. Shout out to Breakfast Club. Oh my God.
I just want her to be younger, so he don't have to be bothering me all the time. Go over there. She's 42. I'm 70. Go on, take your butt on over there.
You can do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
You joking or are you serious? What do you think the benefits could be?
I'm very serious.
Really?
Yeah, I could do that. When I was younger, I couldn't, because I didn't know who I was. And I didn't understand the value and the purpose of a relationship. So when I was younger, I didn't do cheating. I didn't do cheating, but I could do polygamy. I could be one of other wives in this day and age.
Really?
I couldn't have done that when I was 30 or 40. I didn't. I ended up marrying a man who was a polygamist. My second husband came out of a polygamous relationship. And at that time I thought, you're cheating. I still don't do cheating. If we're going to do that, it has to be an open conversation. With, Chris D'Amata. No, I don't do cheating. Because you know why? It's dishonest.
I agree.
And if you're going to lie to me, then I can't trust you. But if we sit down and this is what we want to do, I like it because you be over there sometime, I'll be over here. I don't have to cook. I save my toilet paper. You don't have to, my toothpaste, go on, have you. And I don't think we can tell people who they can and cannot love. If I love you and you're saying this is what you need to support, satisfy yourself, why would I say no to that? Because I know who I am as a woman. And I don't know if it's possible for one person to satisfy every need another person has. And if the other person is willing to say, well, this is what you give me, I'm willing to set, that's fine. But if we're together and I'm not living up to everything you need, and that's what you need to take care of yourself. I know most Western women are hearing me now and they are like, she done lost a rabbit.
Oh yeah, they ain't ready for this conversation. You give me
no, but
morning.
It's true.
I'm about to subscribe to the R spot.
But hear me, when you consider the number of men of color who are incarcerated, when you consider the number of men of color, young men of color who died of violence, there's just not enough of y'all. There isn't. So what do we do if we want to be in relationship with a man of color? And I'm talking black and brown men. What do we do? Because they're destroying the red man on the, they're destroying them with their liquor and their casinos. So indigenous women are having the same issue. But in many native indigenous nations, polygamy is part of the culture.
I'm shocked that this is coming from Iyanla, the same person who we see on Iyanla Fix My Life, where she's fixing everyone's life and she's giving them this sound advice about, cater to your husband, your wife, don't do this, don't do that. But then you're showing that you have very lax standards when it comes to your life and what you would be okay with. Like, in nowhere in my mind have I ever thought about any type of polygamy if I can't please said person or do something that this person like. Oh yeah, it's okay for you to go over there and do it because I'll be saving some tissue and toothpaste and all that shit. I ain't gotta wash your clothes. Let her do it. I just don't have that mindset. Maybe I'm just not that strong. But to hear it coming from someone like Iyanla, who we just look at as like this auntie who just be fixing everybody's life and giving them all this great advice, it's weird. But Iyanla's been married quite a few times. Okay, Iyanla's been married quite a few times, and I don't know what to say. I'm throwing it back. I'm talking about way back.
Do polygamy. I would just want her to be younger, so he don't have to be bothering me all the time.
Go over there. She's 42. I'm 70. Go on, take your butt on over there.
You can do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
You jokingly serious? What do you think the benefits could be?
I'm very serious.
Really?
Yeah, I could do that. When I was younger, I couldn't because I didn't know who I was. And I didn't understand the value and the purpose of a relationship. So when I was younger, I didn't do cheating. But I could do polygamy. I could be one of other wives in this day and age.
Really?
I couldn't have done that when I was 30 or 40. I didn't. I ended up marrying a man who was a polygamist. My second husband came out of a polygamous relationship. And at that time I thought, you're cheating. I still don't do cheating. If we're going to do that, it has to be an open conversation. With, Chris D'Amata. No, I don't do cheating. Because you know why? It's dishonest.
I agree.
And if you're going to lie to me, then I can't trust you. But if we sit down and this is what we want to do, I like it because you be over there sometime, I'll be over here. I don't have to cook. I save my toilet paper. You don't have to, my toothpaste, go on, have you. And I don't think we can.
I guess my question is, do you ever become, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Because I have a phone call coming in. I'm sorry. I got Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so what I was saying is, when do you ever get so comfortable in a relationship with a partner to where you lower your standards to the point to where you just accept anything just for the sake of saying that you have someone? Maybe Iyanla has gotten to the point to where, look, I've been married so many times now. I don't want to mess this up and wind up being alone, because, you know, after a while, people say, hey, I'd rather have somebody, even if they're messing with somebody else, rather than being alone. I think that's most people's biggest fear, is to be alone. Okay. Especially women. Especially women. Men more so, they want a woman, or they want another companion rather, somebody who can take care of them, be there for them, kind of almost like what mama would do. Make sure they got a nice meal. Their clothes are, you know, washed and folded up, you know, and the house is clean and picking up behind. And occasionally, you know, take them on a little date and give them a little yang, 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 yang. And, you know, that's what most men look for. But women, we like companionship. We want to know that we're taken care of, you know, from all of our needs, financial, sexual, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Emotional. We want to make sure that we're taken care of. But a woman like me, I don't like to share, bitch. I don't even want to share my food, let alone my man. So at the end of the day, I don't know who came up with this polygamy bullshit. Now, I know back in the Bible days, they had many wives. I don't know if people are trying to reinvent that now. We talked about in my earlier video about this lavender marriage type stuff, where the man might go both ways and then the woman still stay and she's okay with him dipping and dabbing and coming back home and doing whatever it is that he do as long as he come home. Like, I don't know. I'm just not that open. Okay. I don't want to be that open. I don't want to entertain that. I'm old school when it comes to marriage. I feel like there should be one wife, one husband. You please each other. You guys grow, you build, you create, you procreate, and all these other things that you do when you're in a marriage. But I do not feel like you should have to look outside of anything that you're trying to build if this person you feel is not enough. Maybe you're unequally yoked if that person is not giving you everything that you feel you deserve. Now, if this person ain't putting out what they need to do in the bedroom, some things can be taught. I don't feel like you should throw a person away because they don't know how to do this, or this, because some things can be taught. Like if you like to be pleased a certain way in the bedroom, you could teach your partner how to please you. But if you have somebody who's lazy, who don't want to work, who always want to be out cheating, who talk to you crazy, like some of that stuff, you just got to kind of nip that in the bud. You got to be very vocal to that person. Hey, I don't like this shit. And if it continues, then it's kind of showing you that they don't feel that they need to change, not just for themselves, but for you. Because you're telling them, you're vocalizing that these things don't work for me. It don't work for me. I don't like that. So when you find it in yourself not to change, not just for yourself, but for me, because now we're one, then it kind of makes me feel like I need to go ahead and give your ass the scissors and cut you off, because I can do bad by myself. I can find somebody else to put in your place if you're not willing to be in that place that can treat me right and respect me. Right? Am I talking right? I know I am. But this polygamy mess, I'm not with this. And I'm shocked that Iyanla would even say some shit like this. I am super shocked.
They can and cannot love. If I love you and you're saying this is what you need to support, satisfy yourself, why would I say no to that? Because I know who I am as a woman. And I don't know if it's possible for one person to satisfy every need another person has. And if the other person is willing to say, well, this is what you give me, I'm willing to set, that's fine. But if we're together and I'm not living up to everything you need, and that's what you need to take care of yourself. I know most Western women are hearing me now and they are like, she done lost a rabbit.
Oh yeah, they ain't ready for this conversation. You give
no, but it's true.
I'm about to subscribe to the hotspot.
But hear me. When you consider the number of men of color who are incarcerated, when you consider the number of men of color, young men of color, who died of violence, there's just not enough of y'all. There isn't. So what do we do if we want to be in relationship with a man of color? And I'm talking black and brown men. What do we do? Because they're destroying the red men on the, they're destroying them with their liquor and their casinos. So indigenous women are having the same issue. But in many native indigenous nations, polygamy is part of the culture.
Baby, Iyanla done been bit by this Hollywood bullshit, because that's all I can see. She is a very intelligent woman, and I respect her in that regard, but I have to respectfully disagree with her stance on this whole being in a polygamous relationship. I just don't agree with it. We know many different people in Hollywood that they're okay with that, like Will and Jada. They're cool with that. Jada can go out and be with who she want to be with. Will can do what he want to do, as long as they come back home collectively and understand that, hey, I ain't mad at what you've done, and don't be mad at what I've done, and we still gonna be husband and wife, because you know what? It's cheaper to keep them. All right, that's how Hollywood look at it. We know about Candy and Todd. Todd and Candy the same way. They love to invite people into their bedroom. Not sure why, but that's just the Hollywood way. We know about T.I. and Tiny, okay? And so many other married couples, and most of them are in Hollywood. Now, do I know anybody outside of Hollywood that's into polygamy? I don't, okay? I don't really fool with people that's on that type of time anyway. But I'm gonna be honest, I just don't agree with sharing emotional needs like that. I feel like if you're that emotional where you got to get it from this person and you got to go there, you got to get this need from here, you got to go over here to this other person to get this need, you're just unequally yoked. I feel like if you wait on God to send you the right person, that he will send you someone that can give you all of the things that you need in one person. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You meet somebody, oh, I don't like to cuddle. So now you got to find somebody who likes to cuddle. Oh, I don't do fellatio. So then you got to go find somebody to do that. When you got somebody at the house to do this. So you're going to get this from this person. Then you're going to get dressed and go over here and get your fellatio over here. This person don't really like to go nowhere. They're a homebody, but you like to go out on dates. So now you got to find somebody to take you on a date or two. Like, it's just too much running around. It's just too much emotional stuff going on there. But that is it, guys. I don't have no more. I'm highly shocked and appalled. More so shocked by Iyanla and her mindset in this whole, oh yeah, I would be happy with polygamy, that whole attitude. Anybody in here, have you, and you guys don't have to share, but y'all know we do talk sometimes here on here. Has anyone in this chat, have you guys ever been involved in a relationship that was borderline polygamy or just polygamy? Have you been in a polygamous relationship? If you guys care to share, okay, tell me how that worked for you, because you just never know, child. You just never know with people. Somebody said, yes, I'm shocked. And yes, Kim, you said I'm shocked. Baby, I'm shocked too. I'm when I heard it the first time, I was like, wait, what? I had to send it back. I rewinded like, wait, what? Iyanla, are you on drugs, my dear? Like, what is going on with you? Do you need something to drink? Because, baby, it sounded like you are. Somebody said, hell no. I see the nose, baby. It's just not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. Black women, we don't like to share our men. I don't like that shit. I would go nuts if I saw another woman up on my man. Like, girl, I hope you don't forgot I told you I'm okay with that shit and be ready to windmill on your ass. That would be me. They'd be like, well, we agreed on this, bitch. No, now I disagree. Now I'm ready to fly your head across this room. But that's it, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Thank you, guys. I'm trying to pop back again, but I had to give you guys the breaking news with Mr. Derrick Groves being caught, child, by the po-pos where his ass was hiding out in Atlanta, and somebody spotted him and they turned him in. Now, I know they got a good reward check because they were asking, I think they were talking about giving out like $50K. If anyone captured or not captured, but found him and turned him in. So somebody about to have a nice little bag by turning him in. He must have came outside. See, that's how it be. You get too relaxed. The weather is nice. So you coming outside and trying to blend in with people. And they're like, hold up. I saw something on the news. And they were talking about $50K. Because, black people turn your ass in for some money. Okay. They'll turn your own family member in for some money. Junebug. They be like, Junebug, we love you, bitch, but I need this money. We got some bills up over here. So it's given that he might have been outside being a little too comfortable and somebody spotted his ass and turned him in. But he has been captured. Okay, let me put this picture back up there so you guys can see who we're talking about. All right, Derrick Groves. He was on the run for a good little while. Okay, he was on the run for a good little while. Okay, but his ass is back behind bars. I know he's mad. Like, shit. Like, damn, next month was gonna be Thanksgiving. And bitch, I'm gonna be eating a bologna sandwich with no damn cheese for Thanksgiving. Stupid ass. All right, but that's it, guys. Thank you to my top flight mods, True TV Podcast, Tower, KBR, Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, and Scorpion Mist. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job, okay? Purple Unicorn, Sunny Days, Queen Speaks TV, Simple Mom Family TV, Miss Dee, thanks for being here. Shay Renee, if you in the bushes, love, thanks for being here as well. And any other content creator, if you're here, please drop in the chat, let me know so I can acknowledge you before we get out of here, okay? It's 4 o'clock. I'm going to try to come back again one more time because it's a lot of stuff going on today and I got to cover it. So if that's it, guys, let's get out of here. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and you guys be safe out there. Okay. And keep your notifications on so that you guys can be notified when we have the next video. Okay. Love you guys down to the next one. Bye.